Hello, welcome today. Today I want to talk to you guys about the difficult but important subject about God removing people out of your life. You must know that not everybody's meant to be in your life forever, okay? And knowing this will help you to not force a relationship or force somebody to stay in your life when their time is simply up. Some people are meant to be in your life for a reason, for a lesson, and for a season. And some are truly meant to be for a long, long time. Those divine friendships, right? So, so it's important to know what category each person belongs to, and it's important to also discern when somebody is sent by God and when some people are simply straight up sent by the enemy to cause delay, cause distractions in your life, and all those stuff. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hi, hello, welcome. If you are new here, I'm Vivian, and I love to encourage women on this platform with videos that are literally going to help empower you, help you grow closer to God, help you grow as a woman. So if you're interested in content like that, make sure to subscribe and join the sisterhood. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's get right into the video. So sometimes this can literally be quite a difficult situation to be in. Like, I've had friendships end that has hurt, and I've had situations where I've tried to hold on to a friendship because of history, but I had to really look and see, is this person going where God is taking me? Is this person still aligned with who I am becoming? Am I aligned with who they're becoming? Sometimes people actually do grow apart. Sometimes friendships do grow apart, not because the other person is necessarily bad or evil or trying to harm you on purpose. Of course, some of the times they may actually be toxic, but they're just some relationships that they don't have to be forever. And I think that it takes a lot of healing and growing to really realize that, you know what, it's time to let it go now. Not because you hate the person or you're harboring any malice against them, but simply because you can't force what's not meant to be. And as women, we deal with this a lot. It's not, the easiest thing making friends for some people, and especially making godly friends and being in godly community. That's still something that I'm trying to work on by the grace of God, meeting more Christian friends. And number one reason why God will take away somebody from your life is to protect you from harmful influence. There are some people that are just not good for you. They're not good influence on you. And we should always overestimate. You shouldn't always overestimate the strength that you have or the self-control that you have. The Bible does say evil communications corrupt good manners. So you may be a genuine Christian, you may be genuinely trying to grow the walk with God, you're growing in love with the Lord, and you try to do new things in your new journey with Christ. But if you keep on hanging around the same old people who constantly dragging you to the club, constantly dragging you to go do things like smoking, constantly having conversations that are ungodly, if you're constantly exposed to that, the thing is, it will affect your journey. So this doesn't mean you can't be friends with unbelievers. There are unbelievers that are incredibly smart, do have some good morals, and do, for example, are passionate about their goals and their dreams. So there are things that you could learn from people who aren't necessarily Christian. But what I'm saying is, if you know that there are some people that are just bent on getting you to sin, God may actually remove them from your life to protect your journey. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to be exposed to people who will try to tempt you, who God may use to test your convictions, test your faithfulness to Him. But what I'm saying is, these people don't have to be around you all the time. You want to be surrounded by godly people who also understand this walk of God, who are on a similar journey, who you support each other, encourage each other. That's how, that's the benefit of having community around you. So it may hurt, but it's for your good. Let me know down in the comments your experience with this as well. If you're struggling to find godly friendships, if you've lost people and how you dealt with it, the lesson that God taught you, share down in the comments, because it would also help other people. The second reason is so that you actually learn to value God's presence above others. If sometimes it may be that you might be idolizing a relationship with somebody, or spending or prioritizing them above God, and God wants to be number one in our lives. Even if you have a relationship or dating relationship or best friend, God still wants to be number one. God still wants to be sought out first. He still wants to be your number one source of comfort, of love. He wants to be our friends. So if this relationship is actually hindering your walk with God one way or another, like for your good, he could intervene. He could intervene, and you know what I mean by that. So we have to understand the order of things and know that even if you have somebody you love so much, God should still be number one as well. And the importance of this is that it teaches you, because there might be times in people's lives where people just abandon them or people just walk out of their lives for no reason. God still wants you to not be, he doesn't want that to completely destroy you or completely break you down. But being in a position where even if you're not surrounded by people, you are satisfied with having God. On other people filling a void in you or making you happy or content in life, if that makes sense. Another reason is to reduce distractions from the assignments that he has given you. If you're somebody who is called, you have a calling from the Lord, you have work to do, time management is key to that, because likely you have a lot of things that's on your plate. You might have work, family, relationships, your purpose, you've got things to learn, you've got things to put into practice. For example, like right now, me doing YouTube, that's taking, that requires time and prioritizing things in order so that you're not overwhelmed, so that you are actually doing things productively and fruitfully. Stewarding your time right is what I'm trying to say. So there's a way that unfortunately one can do it in a way that, but unfortunately, if you only care about going out every single day, spending hours with people every single day, and neglecting the work or neglecting spending time with God and learning and growing and getting to know him, and prioritizing other things like healing and just becoming stronger in the spirit, this can actually really, really hinder you, because those people may not be bad, but because too much of something has now affected something that's also important. And that's why I talked about prioritizing. So you might begin to, so that's why sometimes people might begin to notice like these relationships then begin to be cut off. So our priorities in life have to be formed around his purposes. So those are just a few reasons, and just always bear in mind that when God takes away, he also adds something better. He also brings in the new when he takes away the old, and taking away something could actually leave room for something better to grow, depending on our perspective and how we choose to look at it. Doesn't mean these things won't hurt. Doesn't mean you're gonna be like, yay, my friend of 10 years, your friend of 10 years just left. But those are just a few reasons to bear in mind as the possibilities of why. So it's for us to do a heart check and really see where we are, see who we're becoming, and pray for godly friendships and people who are in alignment as well with that. So all in all, I pray this video has blessed you guys. Take care.